This is ABC7 News at 5:30. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Welcome back. The City of Venice is preparing to remove the lime pits that have caused so much controversy over the years.
Since the 1970s, much of Pine Brook Park has been closed off to the public because of the potentially dangerous amounts of lime left in that area. ABC7's Christopher Brantley is joining us live from Venice with how this removal process will work. Christopher.
Good evening, Scott and Haley. Yeah, you can actually see part of the lime pits from here. It's just beyond that construction equipment, right past that makeshift fence. And after more than 30 years here, they're being removed. Last week, City Council made the final decision to go ahead with a full-scale removal. That means a special company is coming in as we speak, scooping out all of the lime. They're doing soil testing, and then they'll fill the area with dirt and gravel. And that's the most pricey option at about $2.5 million. The city had other options, including just covering the whole area with fill dirt, but they elected to remove it all instead.
Don't remember exactly the volume, but it's pretty deep, so they'll be using some deep excavating appliances to actually dig the lime out. The lime has another use. It will be reused for fertilizer material, I understand, by the company that's taking it.
Now, once all of the lime is removed, those chain link fences, which you can see behind me there, will finally be taken away. And that'll open up a huge portion of Pine Brook Park that's been closed for decades. And as we speak right now, there's actually one of the construction workers back there on this huge piece of equipment pushing some of the lime to the side as they begin removing it. Live in Venice, Christopher Brantley, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Christopher. Police in Venice are investigating a fatal bicycle accident. Police say a male bicyclist was killed after he collided with a car at 41 Bypass South at Phoenicia Bay Boulevard around 9:30 this morning. That is right near the entrance to Patriots Park. Police shut down the southbound lanes of 41 in the area for almost the entire day so they could investigate this accident. The driver of the car was not injured.
Jury selection is underway for a man accused of murdering a teen at a store clerk at a Punta Gorda 7-Eleven. 26-year-old Michael Russo is charged with second-degree murder and arson. In 2015, investigators say Russo shot and killed 18-year-old Kyle Farishian while the teen was working the overnight shift at the 7-Eleven in Punta Gorda and then set the store on fire. Russo was later identified in surveillance video carrying a gas can and a long-barreled revolver into that store. The trial is expected to last up to 3 weeks.
A follow-up now on a Suncoast restaurant owner who was arrested for violating a noise ordinance. The state has dropped the charge against the owner of the Freckled Fin restaurant in Bradenton Beach, Scott Labor. He was arrested in early April for a misdemeanor noise violation because of the live entertainment. Bradenton Beach police say numerous complaints and warnings forced them to take stronger action. But earlier this month, the state issued a notice to the city saying that a criminal charge will not be filed against Labor. Since the arrest, the commission has debated changing the current noise ordinance, but so far they have not taken any action.
The Diocese of Venice is expanding into the West Villages. The diocese announced that they have purchased property near US 41 and River Road to build a new church campus. The diocese has had 20 acres of property in that area, but they recently did a swap with the West Villages to acquire a 40-acre parcel. Bishop Frank DeWayne says the expansion is to meet the existing and future pastoral needs due to the rapid growth in that area. The West Villages is the 4th fastest selling community in the United States.
A market that has been part of the Sarasota community for half a century is closing permanently. The owners of the Shortstop Market on Orange Avenue are selling the business. The mom and pop store has been open in that location for 50 years. The current owners have been running the shop for the past 15 years. Throughout the years, the market has been part of many community activities and charities. The owners have established lasting relationships with locals.
There's been times during hurricanes and other situations where the neighborhood was in need, and we've done what we can to help them out, and then vice versa. They've been loyal and dedicated customers for the entire 15+ years we've been here, and we can't say thank you enough.
The owners say the decision to sell was difficult, but they're pursuing new opportunities and plan to spend more time with their family. No word on what the future owner will do with that market space.
Well, they have a customer base, so maybe
so
they'll keep
if
it going.
something goes in,
Yeah.
could be useful. Yeah.
All right, let's get a check on our weather today. Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan is here with more. Bob?
Yeah, so we have a few showers around this afternoon associated with some daytime heating. Temperatures warming into the low 90s inland, just enough moisture in the atmosphere to create some lift and a little bit of a sea breeze. And that sea breeze has produced showers mainly inland, although we are starting to see a little bit of action near the coast. Most of it is well east of I-75, pushing off to the northeast at 10 miles an hour. One or two lone showers not out of the question here along the immediate coastline through this evening. We'll keep a 20% chance for rainfall through the area. Inland areas, we had some rain earlier in Arcadia. That has since moved on, but currently near the coast, we have sunshine and plenty of it. Temperatures warming into the upper 80s to low 90s today. A little bit of a sea breeze, not cooling things down much at the airport. Dew point is high at 72 and the pressure 30.06 inches. We'll have much more on the rest of the week's forecast, so a little bit better chances for some rain in it. Details and all that coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you.
Thank you, Bob. The owner of the site of the United States' worst commercial nuclear power accident says it will shut down the plant in 2019. Exelon Corporation says the announcement about 3 Mile Island in Pennsylvania comes after 5 years of losses on the power plant. Exelon says it will close around September of 2019, barring a last-second policy shift by state officials to include nuclear power in the state's alternative energy ambitions. Nuclear power is not among the 16 clean power sources listed in Pennsylvania's energy portfolio.
2 officers involved in the fatal shooting of a Cleveland boy are under fire tonight. City of Cleveland firing Officer Timothy Lohman and suspended Officer Frank Garmbach today. Both were involved in the 2014 shooting death of 12-year-old Tamir Rice. Lohman allegedly shot Rice, and Garmbach drove the cruiser that skidded to a stop near the boy. The officers were originally responding to a report of a man waving a gun, but Rice had a pellet gun. Cleveland's police chief says the shooting was a dark day for the city.
Well, this has been tough on our entire community and definitely on the Rice family. When this happened, excuse me, in 2014, I made the comment that this is, of course, a tragedy, but it's even more tragic that it happened at the hands of a Cleveland police officer.
Neither officer was punished specifically for the shooting. Lohman was fired for lying on his job application, and Garmbach's suspension is for driving the car too close to Rice. The city paid Rice's family $6 million to settle their lawsuit.
Now to a major staff shakeup at the White House. The Russia investigation has now expanded to include President Trump's personal attorney, and a senior member of President Trump's communications team is out. ABC's Lana Zach is in Washington with the details of these significant changes.
For the first time in more than 2 weeks, White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer took to the podium, asked about the allegation that the president's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, suggested setting up a secret back channel with the Kremlin.
So does the White House dispute that happened?
I'm not going to get into it, but your question presupposes facts that have not been confirmed.
Spicer did not deny the account, but took issue with what he called a shared frustration that he and the president have with the media. And then, after spending more than a third of the briefing recapping the president's trip, Spicer abruptly ended the briefing.
Thank you guys very much. I appreciate it.
One reporter shouting out, "Is Kushner fake news?" President Trump has been downplaying the substance of the Russia investigation, but Republican Senator John McCain says that Russian President Vladimir Putin poses a bigger threat to the United States than even ISIS.
It's the Russians who tried to destroy the very fundamental of democracy, and that is to change the outcome of an American election.
All of this as the Russia investigation has expanded to include President Trump's personal attorney and close confidant Michael Cohen. Cohen is not cooperating at this time, telling ABC News that he declined the invitation to participate as the request was poorly phrased, overly broad, and not capable of being answered. In response, the Senate Intelligence Committee that requested the documents from Cohen has now been granted subpoena powers. Spicer did confirm that the president is meeting with 2 more candidates to replace the fired FBI director, and that when he meets with the right candidate, he'll let us know. Lana Zach, ABC News, Washington.
President Trump's victory in the November election came as a shock to many political analysts, and low voter turnout among African Americans may have turned the results in his favor. Despite a record number of Americans voting, turnout among Black Americans went down nearly 7% nationwide. That's according to Pew Research Group. Black turnout was also down more than 4% here in Florida. One former candidate for Bradenton City Council says more needs to be done to engage these voters in all elections and not just national ones.
The real work is here locally, and that's where a lot of African Americans are just not engaged and not engaged enough.
Tonight on ABC7 News at 7, we'll talk with an NAACP and the head of the local Democratic Black Caucus about how to get more constituents to the polls across all demographics. Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, the largest shopping destination in North America, why the developer of the project in South Florida says it's much more than a mall.
Plus, getting rid of summer hunger, how state and local agencies are helping make sure kids get enough to eat once school is out.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our finish upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
This is an important medical announcement. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to uncontrollable bleeding and even death. If you've been prescribed one of these drugs and have experienced these dangerous side effects, you may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that Pradaxa can cause more heart attacks than warfarin, and other countries have already issued safety warnings against this drug. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. The call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to Pradaxa victims, and thousands of Xarelto victims are filing their legal cases. Call the Drug Watch hotline if you or a loved one used Xarelto or Pradaxa and experienced uncontrollable bleeding, brain hemorrhage, or even death. You must call now.
Call 800-793-6055. 800-793-6055.
With a top prize of $10 million, the new $10 million world-class cash scratch-off from the Florida Lottery is your ticket to take on the world.
If you get knocked down, stand up again. Rip it up again. Give me one chance, give me one chance. I'm gonna let it fake it. Give me my chance, this is my chance. I'm gonna take
The new $10 million world-class cash scratch-off from the Florida Lottery. One of our life-changing scratch-offs offering billions in cash prizes.
Dead boat batteries sinking your spirits? Right now, you can save $10 on Duracell Ultramarine batteries at Batteries Plus Bulbs.
We should have named it the SS Going Nowhere.
Visit batteriesplus.com for a store near you.
I am powerful beyond my wildest imagination.
I will define my future.
I will keep challenging myself to improve.
Because I am a future leader of this great nation.
I will make a difference in my community.
I will not settle for simply chasing my dreams, I will achieve them.
Because I was given a chance.
An opportunity.
At Family, Career, and Community Leaders of America.
The ultimate leadership experience.
Join us. We'll build a new future together.
Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View. I'm Stephanie Roberts on Suncoast View. Graduating kindergartners teach us life lessons. New mommy must-have products and the Indian table in the kitchen. Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our finish upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Summer break is almost here. Tomorrow is the last day of school for Manatee County students, and Sarasota County students' last day will be June 6th. As schools get out for summer, more than 1 million students who rely on free and reduced price meals will have to look elsewhere for food. Because of this, the State Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services is once again beginning its Summer Break Spot program, which provides free meals and snacks for kids at thousands of locations statewide.
This is a large impact. This helps many communities. They serve breakfast, lunch, supper, and snacks, and each meal has USDA-approved guidelines. So you get your milk, your fresh fruits and vegetables, your whole grains, and your protein.
All children 18 and under who come from low-income families are eligible for this program. Here on the Suncoast, the Food Bank of Manatee will kick off its SAC Summer Hunger program on June 9th. And now for a check on our forecast, let's head over to Bob.
Thanks, Haley. A beautiful day it was today. Warm temperatures, highs in the upper 80s to low 90s, typical for this time of year. Inland areas a little bit warmer, a little muggier too out there. Dew point temperatures have risen. Inland showers and storms now scattered about across parts of the interior portions of our viewing area. This is a fire actually burning earlier in southeastern portions of DeSoto County. You can see that, and then showers and thunderstorms developing and pushing off basically to the northeast. And then we have some false echoes down to our south right now off the coast of Charlotte County. But a couple of disturbances in the atmosphere, one over Texas, one over Louisiana now. Those are heading off due east. It's going to create a little instability in the atmosphere, a little lift, if you will, which will enhance our showers and storms. Looks like for Wednesday, most of the action will be inland again, pushing off toward the east and a little bit more around. And then as we head into Thursday and Friday, even more so, I think. Tuesday evening planner looks to be pretty warm. Temperatures into the low 70s by 11 o'clock. We'll have just a few clouds around, and it looks as though temperatures will stay fairly seasonal throughout the day tomorrow. Sarasota right now, it's 88 degrees. Braden at 89. Out there at the end of the Venice Pier, it's 85 degrees. Currently, sunshine being reported at all three stations there. The high today, 91, above average. 88 is our normal, and 97 the record set back in 1955. This morning's low was warm, 74 degrees. And for the month, we're doing quite well, nearly 3 inches above average. For the year, we're still 5 inches below average. And wind flow will be rather light and variable throughout the day. That's due to a high pressure ridge, which is pretty much just to the east of the state. Every afternoon, we'll get a little west coast sea breeze, which will develop, which will kick the storms, at least develop them further inland away from the coastline. But there's a chance that some of the outflow from those storms will create other storms later on in the evening, especially Thursday, Friday, and into the weekend. The forecast continues to show basically a west to east flow pattern across the United States, with the main storm tracking to the north now throughout the Great Lakes and the Northeast. However, there's a little piece of energy in the southern branch of the jet stream, which continues to move off to the east, which will eventually sweep a cold front, or at least a front, near north central Florida by the weekend, or maybe a little later than that, which will give us a better chance for a few showers and storms across the state. With that kind of situation, most of the action usually is inland. And then, as I mentioned, there's a chance a few storms could develop and push off toward the coast late in the evening and to the early morning hours. That's what this particular model is showing on Thursday. And then again, looks like we will see that activity developing along the East Coast, specifically for showers and storms on Friday as well. Well, temperature is pretty cool in Minneapolis and Toronto and Boston, 50s and 60s there. But it's heating up over the southern plain states, 90 in Dallas now, 98 in Phoenix, and 71 in the nation's capital. For boaters tomorrow, winds out of the southeast, turning around to the west at 10 knots, and a light chop on the bays and inland waters. The water temperature now at 84 degrees. Tides upcoming for Sarasota Bay, low tide at 12:49 and a high at 7:57 tomorrow morning, and another low tide just before noon tomorrow. The forecast tonight, slight chance for a few showers and storms scattered about this coastal areas. Otherwise, partly cloudy, 74 for a low. Tomorrow, mostly sunny in the morning, a few clouds in the afternoon, rain chance at 30%. Those south winds turn to the west at 5 to 10. And the extended forecast is calling for nice weather in the morning, basically, but pretty good chances for showers and storms scattered about. It's not going to be a washout, it doesn't appear, but they'll be scattered around, and some of that rain could be heavy, so that's going to help out some areas, not all. Back to you.
Thank you, Bob. Now to Suncoast Traffic Watch. No accidents right now, but US 41 is still backed up in the northbound lanes near Fruitville Road in Sarasota.
The founder of Android is back with a new smartphone. It's called the Essential, and it comes from a new company called Essential Products. What sets this phone apart from its rivals is a pair of magnetic connectors located on the side of the device. Those connectors create a dock that can snap on and off various accessories, such as a 360-degree camera. The Essential also features a titanium body. You can pre-order the Essential on the company's website for around $700.
A plan is in the works for a huge entertainment complex in South Florida that would dwarf any other shopping mecca in North America, including the Mall of America. It's called American Dream Miami and would be built on the edge of the Everglades in bustling South Florida. The developer out of Canada says it will be different than a mall. It will combine retail space with an outdoor ski slope, a water park, a submarine ride attraction, a skating rink, 2,000 hotel rooms, theaters, and more. Miami-Dade County officials could approve the development this fall, despite criticism that it will worsen the region's traffic problem and produce mostly low-paying jobs. I just don't know if that's viable with the retail market. I know this would also be entertainment, so it wouldn't just be retail. But with the retail market that we're facing now, I don't know.
Well, maybe this is the new idea to get people to a place where they'll they'll do those fun things and then maybe also do some shopping.
That's true, because you might come for more of those activities than
Yeah.
you would for the shopping.
Right.
But wow, that's massive. Entertainment news is next.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
You love your couch and want to protect it from spills, food, and scratching, shedding pets. Introducing Couch Coat, the reversible, washable quilted cover that protects your couch. Shield against spills. Wow! Stop stains and dirty pet paws and sharp claws. Plus, it's reversible with 2 stylish colors. Guaranteed to fit any couch up to 92 inches or your money back. It even has covers to protect armrests. Machine washable too.
My grandkids destroy everything, but with Couch Coat, my couch is always protected, looking as good as it did the day I bought it.
Get your Couch Coat for just $19.99, and it's reversible in brown and cream, like 2 couch coats for the price of 1. Order right now, and you can double your offer. Get a second Couch Coat. Just pay a separate fee. Order right now.
Call 1-800-943-0710 to get your couch coat. Call now or go to couchcoat.com. So call 1-800-943-0710. That's 1-800-943-0710. Call now.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
With Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-990-3613. That's 1-800-990-3613. Call now, 1-800-990-3613.
I'm Alan Cohn. Why are fewer African Americans voting? Did it sway last year's presidential election? And what can be done to increase participation?
Tonight on ABC7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Ariana Grande says she'll play a charity concert in Manchester on Sunday.
And some big names will be joining the benefit concert, including Coldplay, Justin Bieber, Katy Perry, and Pharrell Williams. The One Love Manchester show will be held at the city's Old Trafford Cricket Ground less than 2 weeks after the bomber killed 22 people at an Ariana Grande concert in Manchester. The proceeds will go to an emergency fund set up by the city of Manchester and the British Red Cross.
The Boss surprising lots of concertgoers in New Jersey. Bruce Springsteen made a surprise performance during an encore at a Stephen Van Zandt show. The crowd erupted when Van Zandt introduced Springsteen during the show on Saturday as a friend who's out of work. Springsteen played 4 songs, including 10th Avenue Freeze Out and a cover of Marvin Gaye's Can I Get a Witness. Van Zandt, of course, is a member of Springsteen's E Street Band.
A plane once owned by Elvis Presley has a new owner. The private jet sold for $430,000 at a California auction on Saturday. The king of rock and roll owned the jet with his father, Vernon Presley. Portions of the plane's interior were custom designed to Elvis's specifications, including some gold tone hardware, red velvet seats, and red shag carpet. Whoever bought it will have to ship the plane to move it. It has no engine, and the cockpit needs to be restored. Yeah, I do not think I would fly that thing.
That's a fixer-upper, for sure.
That's a big fixer-upper, but it's pretty cool. I would like to see a picture of that red shag carpet.
We'll be right back with more news.